I've been eating delicious rosemary chickens from Trader Joe's the last few days. They're great. I make myself a chicken salad, but it's like 25 bucks for the whole meal. I can cook a week's worth of food for 35 bucks. I need to do a meal prep session today. Saves me tons of money. I also need to spend this afternoon learning how to use my new e-scooter. This gadget I have back here. Took it out of the box and it had like a million parts and a big instruction manual. So I'm gonna use my time wisely. We're gonna cook today and you guys are gonna learn along with me how to use this blasted thing. All right, let's go into Aldi. This is a good sign. I don't need to pay a quarter for a cart. There's one right here. Aldi's has something Market Basket does not have, this garlic and herb chicken mix. I love this stuff. They season it better than I could do. Also getting myself some tuna. I still have this huge mix of vegetables from last time called like the D-Day vegetable mix. So the only additional vegetables I'm getting are Brussels sprouts. Getting like 5 bags of them. They're $1.30 each. Gonna get some pork tenderloins too, just to round out the red meat. Yeah, here we go. I'm actually getting 2 of these. I also need a new grain. I am through with couscous. That stuff is just a huge disappointment. I'm going back to something that worked before. Just brown rice and lentils. I can mix them together. I can cook them together. They work out really well. The only reason I stopped using them is because the rice, I got sick of finding the little rice grains everywhere. That's a stupid reason to stop eating something. Yeah, 35 bucks for all this stuff. The only thing I didn't get was a new spice blend. I'm all out. That's because I noticed at the store next door, the Tractor Supply, they've got a little barbecue going outside. Looks great, smells great. I know they sell spices in there, so I thought I'd go there and see what kind of spices they have. Flavor up this meal a bit. Seeing those employees barbecue right outside the Tractor Supply has me yearning for camping and cooking outside so bad. I need it so bad. It's just better to cook outside in terms of like moisture, but just for campgrounds to be open. So this is what I got. They do have a real cool, like good old boy supply of stuff here, barbecue stuff. This is honey BBQ rub for pork and chicken. That's what I normally eat. I thought I'd just walk around the store, try not to splurge on other stuff. I love walking around stores like this. Speaking of couscous alternatives, look at this beautiful seed mix right here. I wonder, oh, it's poison, but God, that looks so beautiful. It's like, there's some lentils in there, there's some rice. I cooked that couscous maybe like 3 or 4 times. Only once did it not turn into like a milky paste. And even then, it had it's not that it had zero flavor, it had less than zero flavor. Like, it took away flavor from other stuff. Turns out couscous isn't even a grain. It's like a pasta, like reconstituted pasta. So, yeah, I'm done with couscous. I'm looking for something seedy and natural. Check this out, wild bird food. Look at that seed mixture. I recognize most of them because I have like a listing of what the different seeds are. Let's see, so Milo, not sure what that is. Cracked corn, that's edible. White Malay's edible. Sunflower seeds, not so edible. I looked it up. Milo is also known as sorghum. Yeah, it's totally edible by humans. The only seed I don't like in that mix is the sunflower seeds. I once ate a 12-ounce bag of sunflower seeds, ate the shell and everything, and ended up in a hospital for like 2 weeks. So I want a bag of bird seed that does not have the sunflower shells in it, and I think I found it right here. Shell-free bird seed. Yeah, this has some Milo. It has deshelled sunflower seeds, peanuts, pumpkin seeds. Yeah, this looks delicious. I bet I could cook with this stuff. Yeah, Brussels sprouts is the only vegetable I got because I have this D-Day mix I got from last time. I'm sorry, it's called Normandy blend. Got that from Market Basket. Never got around to cooking it. It's frozen, so it's fine. All this meat, I did get some tuna steaks, which I will probably eat tonight. Treat myself. And I did get some rice. Yeah, couscous was just a no-go. I need a solution with like grains and stuff for high volume cooking. I think I just found it. This birdseed. Now, I googled, is there any reason humans can't eat birdseed? The number one answer was because of the shells. Humans can't digest it, birds and squirrels can. I know that. I experienced that firsthand. That's a whole story I'll tell later. This is de-shelled birdseed. It's corn, de-shelled sunflower, de-shelled millet, whatever it's called. This is all totally edible, I swear. Of course, I'll still wash it first, which makes me realize I want to get running water in here. I think it's time for me to fill up my water tank before I do any cooking. I emptied it in October, so the pipes don't freeze and stuff, but I think it's about time we filled that up. I'm gonna go do that right now. So I got the water tank filled up. I just turned my pump on. I'm about to run the faucet for the first time in 6 months. Sometimes things explode, so let's see how it goes. Ah, look at that. I can hear the pump. I don't have the hot water turned on yet because that's just a waste of electricity. But I'm gonna wash that birdseed. I am parked at my favorite Applebee's where there's like 3 Starbucks within walking distance. I'm about to go do that right now. I need some caffeine to fuel the next 3 hours. Hi, can I get 2 venti non-fat lattes, both hot? Awesome, thank you. Alright, I just cut open that bird seed. Look what we got here. This looks delicious to me. I mean, what is this right here? And this is a walnut right here, right? This is just a walnut. The other thing I got from the Tractor Supply store was this BBQ rub. I'm excited to open it. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is gonna hit hard. Alright, let me get everything going. So I put about 2 spoonfuls of that bird seed mix into this. I'm using this to wash it. I'm just gonna get the water out. And then to this, I'm gonna add about 1/3 of that brown rice and 1/3 of the lentils, and I'll have a perfect seed mix. That bird seed has like pecans and walnuts and all of this stuff that would cost you $100 at the grocery store. That's a 5-pound bag of these exotic like nuts and seeds. I'm going with it, you know? I think it's perfectly fit for human consumption. It's dehusked, it's washed. I also have my pork tenderloins going right now, using that new honey BBQ rub. Smells great in here. I, of course, always have my MaxxAir fan running and window open a crack for ventilation. Yeah, this does produce a lot of moisture, you know, even though it's a lot of fun cooking in here. But I'm eager to bring the operation outside. It's too cold to do that right now. It's freaking 19 degrees outside. Like, what is going on? But I'm gonna get this going. And the only thing I don't like about this 2-burner thing I got from Cabela's is the actual burners are like too small and they should be more towards the center. It makes heating stuff in this pan very uneven. Alright, that's my verdict on everything. Right now, I want to take a look at this e-scooter I got. It came with like 1,000 things in the box. I'm going to go through each one, figure out what they are before I start any assembly. Oh, I'm really competing for space, doing a meal prep session and an unboxing sort of thing at the same time. But I want to go through all this bag of loose stuff that came with my e-scooter, which apparently needs a bit of assembly on its own. Like the handlebar thing is not attached to it. I don't know why. I did pick up myself a helmet at Dick's Sporting Goods. This is an e-scooter. It can go pretty fast, and I know people are going to be watching me on YouTube and stuff. The seat does not come attached to it. I don't see any reason why I can't attach it tonight. I will try to figure that out. What else we got? Comes with a little tool of like hex nuts and stuff and some extra bolts. This will actually be really handy. You know what, I think I'm gonna I want to get like a pouch or some sort of knapsack or something that attaches to these e-bikes so I can store all this loose stuff. For now, I'm just going to tape this to the bike itself just to try to give it a home and like not have so much loose stuff flying around. What else do we got? The instruction manual, I'm going to need that. This thing, God knows what it is. It clearly mounts something. It looks like the things that mount TVs on the wall. But this is steel. This is heavy. I will have to research that. Some cylindrical... Oh, it's a pump. It's an air pump. That would be awesome to bring with me as well. Yeah, I need to get like a little case for scooters and stuff. I'll look at what they have on Amazon. Last but not least, a mystery box right here. Let's see what we got. It feels very electronic, and it is. It is, of course, a power cord. It runs on DC power. This is a converter that converts AC to DC. And it just plugs into the wall. So I certainly have a lot of stuff to charge. I'm adding to it now. But this is all fairly easy to assemble. I am going to get the chicken going because the pork tenderloins are just about done. And then I want to start assembling some of these bigger parts. My system is I take the pork tenderloins out, let them cool down here on a cutting board for a while until they're cool enough to put into Ziploc bags. I use heavy-duty Ziploc bags. The most expensive ones they have, they're BPA-free. They have a high temperature tolerance. When I put these into the bags, they're nowhere near hot enough to do any damage. The reason I'm sticking to Ziploc bags and not Tupperware for food storage is because Tupperware just takes up too much space. And unless it fits the exact inner dimensions of your fridge, they all go wild, and it's a massive waste of space. Ziploc bags take up no space at all when they're not in use, and I can just fill up the volume of my freezer. So I am dead set on Ziploc bags. Like I said, I just let stuff cool before I put them inside. I also have my rice lentil birdseed mix cooling over here. Yeah, I could get like a year's worth of this mix for under $100. It's crazy. I'm so glad I discovered this stuff. It has walnuts and pecans and almonds and stuff in it. It's crazy that they sell that so cheap at Tractor Supply. What else? I got my garlic and herb chicken going right now. They're completely frozen. They're going to take a while to cook. So in that time, I'm going to take a look at this, eat some, try to assemble that seat and that other weird part that looked like a TV mount. I think I have figured out here how to assemble that loose hanging handlebar. That was driving me nuts. This e-scooter company I got this from, they're called Alsom. They give you this awesome tool with the scooter. It's got all the hex nuts that you need, the hex bolts, whatever they are, the hex keys that you need. Also has like a Phillips head and screwdriver and stuff. This is a really cool tool. But basically all I had to do was take this one latch off over here and return all the hex keys. Let me just make sure I got that all tight. Yeah, what does this do right here? How does it relate? I don't see anything to attach to. So this yellow thing, I don't think it does anything. At least I don't understand yet. But the other thing I wanted to install was this big heavy-duty steel thing. I thought at first it attached this slope at the back, but now that I look closely, it aligns to 4 bolts right there that you just screw down, again with that hex nut, and then the seat, I think, just slides right in and probably has a simple clamp on it somewhere. This should be easy enough. How cool is this? Yeah, I don't have a lot of space to work with, but I do have my seat right where I want it. I have my brakes right where I want it. This thing is awesome. Assembly wasn't that hard. Took maybe like under an hour for sure. All the loose stuff I put together in one of my Ziploc bags. This is the charger cord, that hex tool, and of course the keys. I want to go on Amazon and see if there's some kind of knapsack or something I can attach to this thing. I do have to charge it. That's going to be the biggest challenge with having an e-scooter, charging this thing. I think when I get my solar panels, hopefully in a couple of weeks, they're still on back order, I will have a much better electrical situation. And I could even charge it inside here. That would be awesome. I would love to ride this tonight, but the sun sets fairly soon, and I need to get this show on the road. The chicken is just about done. The only other meat after that is the tuna and a ton of vegetables. Beautiful twilight outside. Yeah, it's gotten dark, but I have both burners going. I'm cooking the rest of my vegetables. That's all I have left to cook. Yeah, having 2 burners definitely speeds stuff up. I mean, that should be common sense, I guess. But I'm getting 10 days worth of food out of this. Yeah, 10 beautiful, delicious bags. I'll probably have the tuna steaks tonight. I'm hoping I can get this all put away and cleaned up with a little bit of time to bring the scooter outside. I can stay here until this Applebee's closes. They're open till like 1 or something. Pretty late. So I should be safe working here. It's a great spot to work. I'm happy I got that bird seed in the mix. I'm telling you guys, you get the dehulled stuff and wash it. It's perfectly edible. It's like a cheap hack to delicious nuts. Anyway, yeah, let me finish up this and bag this, and then we need to get going. Yeah, it's a bit of a disaster in here, but I got everything cooked. I got 10 bags of food out of that. I put everything in one of these plastic shopping bags. I got in the habit of doing that because during the cold winter nights, I would just put this out in my hood, save electricity costs in the fridge. I'm also going to take very good care at cleaning up this double burner I got from Cabela's. Probably the best investment I've spent my money on so far this year. I'm going to make sure it's nice and clean. I always get everything spotless in here after a good meal prep session. That's part of the fun. I do want to get over to this grocery store over here. I need new water, and I need to get to my sleeping spot. A friend of mine is lending me his driveway and giving me a power cord. I'm going to try to charge this scooter overnight. Voila, look at that. Spick and span. Everything is spotless. Let's see what the scene is like outside. Yeah, there are some cars here for Applebee's, like a dozen or so, but other than that, I am all alone. Holy God, listen to this awful sound coming from my van. It's getting worse every day. It's clearly metal on metal, something with my brakes. It's like they're semi-engaged or something. All right, I'm just gonna go get some water. This is that super expensive grocery store. Gallon of water is $2. It's 89 cents at Market Basket. But look at what I just passed right here. A 1 pound bag of like that nut mix. More or less the same that's in that bird feed bag. This is $7 for 1 pound. I got a 10 pound bag for $11. You do the math on that. I figured before I get to my spot tonight, I figured out how to charge this thing, because I don't know. This says the charging port is in the front of the footboard with B, open the rubber cover, a rubber cover. Yeah, there's some like language lost in translation stuff going on, but I think it's referring to somewhere right here. Is this it? There we go. All right, there is no way I'm bringing that heavy scooter outside the van tonight, so I'm going to charge it inside. But I do have some shore power right here. All right, I got this plugged in to that converter. I got my inverter going, except the light here is red. I don't know how you're supposed to tell if the bike is charging. Usually a red light is not a good thing. The manual for the scooter doesn't say, but I think red means that it's charging, and when that light turns green, it's fully charged. At least that's what I can guess, because there's no other function here. I turned the on switch on, and the LCD display does not come on, which makes me think this thing had a dead battery. I'll have to revive it. It's got 25 amp hours, I think, so yeah, I can't wait to get this going. Hopefully it charges overnight, and I'm so glad I got all that food done. It smells delicious. I'm gonna have some of that tuna tonight. You know, that saves so much money doing a meal prep. The bird seed, I'm telling ya, if you get the stuff with no husks, like, read the bag, it says like dehusked, because the husks of those sunflower seeds will kill you. My story is, a couple years ago, I was taking the van on its first cross-country road trip. I stopped at this truck stop in the Seneca Reservation in New York, bought a 12-ounce bag of sunflower seeds. I've never really had them before. I tried chewing them while I was driving and spitting the husk out the window. It flew back in my face. So what I did was I tried chewing the husks for like a half hour each until it was a powder in my mouth. Then I'd swallow it. Over the course of like 6 or 8 hours, I ate the entire bag. And apparently it like formed a cement in my intestine. I could not go to the bathroom for like a couple of days. After 3 days of that, I stopped eating. And then after like a week and a half of not being able to go to the bathroom or eating, I checked into a hospital in Springfield, Missouri. They had to do like a surgery on me. So I almost killed myself eating sunflower seeds. The husks, the inside you can digest, the husk you cannot. So if you're gonna get the bird seed, get the dehusked stuff like I got. It's a great deal, I'm telling you. I'll taste some tonight. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm sure I'll be fine. But thanks for watching this meal prep, this getting the scooter organized. I'm just trying to like use my time productively. You know what I mean? Like, they want me to do a video about the scooter, but it takes hours to set it up and to read it. And I record everything I do, so that becomes part of a video as well. Anyway, it's late. I'll see you guys in the next adventure. Peace out.